and welcome to Talk a Good Game. And it's just finished. Chelsea 2, West Ham United 2. Two late goals by Chelsea, each half stopping West Ham from breaking into the top four tonight. I'm Gio from Hammerstrap. I've got Tom with me as well, who you see at halftime live. If you didn't see it, do check out our channel. You can see what we were talking about at halftime. And I've got someone returning. I've got Scott. Scott, thank you for popping on. It's been a while.
It has. It's been nice to be back. It has been. It's been a fair few weeks, hasn't it?
Well, Scott, let's start with yourself. What did you make of the first half? How good was Lanzini's goal?
Top draw, wasn't it? Top draw. And not just that, just the way that he commanded himself before the goal. Top player.
Tom, you must have been happy with the first 45 minutes. Beautiful football on show from West Ham. I mean, do you think Lanzini's goal sums up West Ham this season? In seasons past, goal of the season was obvious as a West Ham fan for picking your West Ham goal of the season. You used to be about two contenders. This season we've got a list. Probably in double figures, and that's just another one to add to the list.
Yeah, we mentioned it, didn't we, at half time? We said how good technical wise Payet and Lanzini have been, and both of them have put on some fantastic performances, some great finishes this season. That's just another to add to the collection.
There was another goal in the first half which came from Cesc Fabregas. Another good goal technically. Scott, do you think, does Winston Reid have to make that foul in your opinion?
No. I'm a Reid fan. I love the guy to bits. Just clear your bloody lines. Just get it out there. Just oof it. Just do what you got to do. A bit disappointed in Reedy for that one.
Do you think our keeper could have done better, Scott? Me and Tom have been quite critical of goalkeepers this past couple of weeks, looking at goals scored and conceded from free kicks for West Ham. Should Adrian be doing better, Scott?
It's difficult, isn't it? You know, he's had some cracking games for us. No, I never criticise him. No, it was put in the right place, and yeah, I think it was Tom that was saying, the pace of it. I think that's what catches him out. It's the pace of the ball.
Yeah, well, shortly into the second half, Tom, we hit the crossbar. In the first half, Aaron Creswell didn't miss a good chance. Ivanovic made a brilliant interception to put past the post, but how unlucky was Aaron Creswell, Tom? He caught Courtois completely out. Courtois did not expect that shot coming from Creswell, did he?
I don't know if did Cresswell mean it as well, because I don't know, because I saw Valencia squared in the box, and at first I thought he was aiming for Valencia, because afterwards Valencia had his hands up, why didn't he cross it? But, I mean, if he meant to hit it, it was a great effort, and it did catch Courtois, because again I think Courtois was expecting Valencia to be on the end of it, but no, it was another missed opportunity, we could say, and it was unlucky.
Yeah, I definitely think he meant it. He put his laces through it, just belted it as high and hard as he could at the goal and bounced off the other side of the bar. Then Mr. Slaven Bilic decided to do another inspiring sub, just like he did at Goodison Park. On came Andy Carroll. With his first touch of the game, bang, 2-1. It was deja vu for West Ham fans. He did it at Upton Park and he did it at Stamford Bridge. Scott, what do you make of Andy Carroll's impact?
I'm not an Andy Carroll fan, am I? He did a good scuff, yeah. I think if he'd have hit it properly, I don't think it'd have gone in, but because he scuffed it, it went in, and it's cracking. That's what we've got him to do, to score goals, and he doesn't do it that often, so when he does, I'm impressed.
You really don't like Andy Carroll, do you? You can't even praise him when he scores. Tom, I think we've seen a different Andy Carroll this past 2 weeks. Not just his threat go forward, but his build-up play. I mean, at Old Trafford, there were some really nice touches, especially in the first half. Then tonight, at one point, he got the ball, first touch with his right foot, he whipped out to the right for Emenike to run onto, then got himself in the back post, and Ivanovic put it behind. But do you think we're seeing almost like a new and improved Andy Carroll, Tom?
Yeah, he seems a lot. He impacts the game a lot more when he comes off the bench. I don't like him as a starter, but when he comes off the bench, he can put his energy into the game when the game seems to be dying a bit, and he does. He'd made a few great touches today that he played out wide to Emenike. It was just a bit more of a presence, I think, than Sacco was in the first half. Yeah, I mean, I can't really be overcritical of him today.
One thing you'll have to give him credit for, Scott, is his header that got cleared off the line by Charlie. How unlucky was that? I mean, let's be fair to him. He's up against John Terry, the likes of Gary Cahill in the box. It's not easy defenders you're up against in the box. I know he's a beast in the air, but he's still it's a crowded box. We've seen all game. There was wrestling going on all over the pitch. How unlucky was he?
He was unlucky. I mean, I think it was last year I did an article for you, and I said what a good player Carroll has the potential to be, and I don't think he's reached that with us. But you see moments of it, and I just wish that he'd show us more of what he can do. But yeah, no, you put services in, and he's a tricky player to play against.
Well, let's talk about the service for a wee second. Tom, do you think our dead balls were really poor until Andy Carroll came on? Then all of a sudden Payet started almost like really lofting them into the box for corners for Andy Carroll to win.
Yeah, so Payet's service wasn't great today. Wasn't beat the first man most of the time, and most of the time that it did get past the first man, it didn't go far. I think it was Tony Gale saying it on commentary. He was saying, look, you've Andy Carroll's just come on, whip it up and over into the box, and the one time that he does whip it up over into the box, it gives something for Carroll to attack, and we saw that, and he nearly scored. So, but no, I was disappointed today with Payet's delivery. It really was.
Yeah, well, he had a decent one in the first half. To be fair, Kayati got on the end of it. Could maybe have done a little bit better, but I think when Andy Carroll came on, Payet's corners, it's a strange technique because it goes really high in there, then comes down really quick. And there's a lot of pace on the corners. It's a really strange technique of corner that Payet can do. I've never really seen a corner like that, I don't think. That's what Andy Carroll's always wanted. You remember when Matt Jarvis had the ball, Carroll would always point to him, put it up in the air, float it in for me, let me get up and fight it rather than put him with pace. And Payet can almost do both, put it in the air with pace. I've never seen a technique like that, and I can't wait to see it happen more often. Now we're going to have to talk about the man in the middle. Chelsea won a penalty. Scott, was that one, a foul, and two, in the box?
Yeah, I think it was a foul, and yeah, I think it was in the box. Unfortunate. He's cracking it going forward, and he's done a really good job for us this season, Antonio. But yeah, going back, he's not brilliant in defence, is he?
You're awfully calm, Tom. Are you a little more wound up than that? I mean,
yeah.
We're so close. We're so close to getting 3 points, and then people say averages out over the season. But last weekend there was that huge debate about should Payet have had the penalty. We didn't get it. And this weekend, Chelsea shouldn't have even had a penalty, and they've got one.
Yeah. I mean, what do you want me to use? Cheated. I feel cheated out of that. I'm going to have to disagree with Scott here on this one. I don't think it's a foul because I see him. I mean, Antonio, you can see, puts his hand up to move out of the way of him, and his leg clips into his own leg. I think it is, even though it's a foot outside of the box, it's still a foot outside of the box. Much like Mo Bezic's one against Everton, it's not a penalty. The letter of the law says it's not a penalty. And if the referee is too far away to see it, the linesman should be on the level of the last offenders, okay? And he should be looking to see that. I don't know how either of them see it. I mean, more so the linesman than the referee, because obviously the linesman will have a better view of it. But no, I feel incredibly cheated out of that. I really do.
Yeah, Scott, do you think the referee should be able to? I know it's a difficult job, but the ball was where Loftus-Cheek and Antonio were. The referee has no excuse to be looking anywhere other than them two, and he should. Anyone could anticipate that. I think every person watching that game could anticipate that tackle coming. Everyone knew it was ready to happen. So why is the referee not watching it really closely to determine if it's in or out the box?
Well, only he can answer that. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because, like Tom's saying, if he's not sure, then he should be using his linesman. And you can go into a deeper argument. Like I follow rugby league, and we have cameras for everything. And it's that's cost us 3 points if Tom's right in what he's saying. So yeah, it's only he knows why he's given.
Well, I think it was a foul. I don't think Antonio, like Tom said, I think Antonio did try and get away, but he did clip him, unfortunately. That, to me, is still a foul. You've still impeded Loftus-Cheek. However, it's outside the box, and you're right. He did take his time. There was hesitation, I think, but I think if you're hesitating, you don't give it unless you're 100% sure. I think, at the end of the day, this could stop West Ham becoming a Champions League team. That 2 points could actually stop us. It could be the difference between 4th and 5th, and I just hate the fact that our Champions League campaign could almost be affected by the referees incorrect decision. And it wasn't even on the line of the 18-yard. It was a good half a yard outside it. I'm just disappointed. But Scott, do you think the referee was poor overall today?
Oh God, I know you wanted me to say no, I don't think he was. I think it was a difficult game. I thought the Chelsea players did what they had to do. It was in his ear. Fabregas was in his ear all game and up for it. And he did what he had to do. And I'm a big believer in throughout the season, we're going to get them going for us and we're going to get them going against us.
Do you agree with that, Tom, or do you think Robert Madley's potentially really harmed our Champions League campaign?
I'll tell you what, it's good to see that Mourinho hasn't, his impact is still there at the bridge with his players, arguing with the refs. It's good to see that that still lives on. They really annoyed me in extra time, that when it all kicked off. Surrounding the referee for bookings and everything, it winds me up no end. But I'm going to have to say no. I think it was a poor game. I think he's tried to allow the game to play on. I think he's tried to allow the physical side of the game to play on. You saw a couple of nudges in the back with Cahill and that. But sometimes you do have to blow for fouls like that. Sometimes you have to say, okay, that is a foul. And there was occasions for both sides, not just us, but for both sides where there was a foul or there wasn't a foul. And I just don't think he was very clear with that in his calls today. And obviously it topped it off with the penalty at the end.
Yeah, I think you've nailed on the head there, Tom. I think he was very inconsistent with his decisions. There could be two fouls exactly the same. One's a free kick and one's not. It was probably the same for both sides. But I don't know. There were some times out there that I think there was obvious free kicks he wasn't given, and he's just wound me up, Robert Madley. He's ruined my day. Scott, are you disappointed to come away with a point after all that, or are you still a bit happy that we're still in contention with the top four? And wait and see what happens in the Manchester Derby.
Going right back to the first tags that we did at the beginning of the season, I was saying get us to 40 points and I'll be happy. This side has gone way and above that, and I see us beating everybody. And to listen to Chelsea, they're really happy at getting a draw against us, and that shows how far we've come as a club. So yeah, I'm disappointed. I thought we could have got the 3, and yeah, just see what's happening with them in the Manchester Derby. But we've still got to shout at this FA Cup, and we've still got to shout at getting in the top 4. That's fantastic.
Yeah, you're definitely right. We've still got Man U and Arsenal to play at home, so we'll wait and see if we can get into the top 4. Tom, big question. I think there's a lot of contenders tonight. Who's your man of match for West Ham United?
Payet was good. Obviously, he got the assist, played well. But for me, I think it was just nice to see him change the game today, and that would be Manuel Lanzini. And I know you're a big fan of Lanzini. And I think his goal today and his movements, I thought, he had a really, really good game.
Scott, who was your man of match, please?
Cresswell, up and down that side, does his game brilliantly, and why he's not in the England squad, I haven't got a clue. Yeah,
as Tom just said, I'm a huge fan of Lanzini. The one player I thought is worth a mention is Chiati. I thought he was fantastic today. He really is. I'm his biggest critic, but I thought he was brilliant breaking up the play in there. But I'm going to go with Cresswell as well. I thought he was superb, up and down, up and down. He almost scored twice as well. I mean, for a left back, that's fantastic. But not only that, he kept Willian quiet. Willian did not affect the game all that much. And he is one of the best players of the season in the league, not just at Chelsea, but in the league. So fantastic. Well done, Mr. Adam Cresswell. Anyway, that's been Scott and Tom, and I've been Gio. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got loads of stuff coming. We've got Rosette coming out later this weekend, which is Gonzo's roundup of all West Ham United's transfer news and latest. And we've also got some other stuff coming next week, so don't miss it. Keep up to date with the latest news at clanhugh.info, but most importantly, come and talk to us over on the West Ham forum at hammerschat.boards.net. All the links are below in the description on YouTube. But thank you very much for watching us. We're 3 disappointed West Ham fans, but the top 4 journey is still on.